So why is this country in need of a revolution, and a Ron Paul revolution in particular?
You know, there was a statistic out last week. I think 90% of the people were annoyed about what's happening in the economy and the future of this country, and they're very annoyed with what's happening. So we need to change. Everybody is talking about that. The big question is which way are we going? Even the other candidates, the conventional candidates, are out there talking about, I'm going to do this, I'm going to make change, and they talk about, but they're not very specific.
Yeah.
Homosexuality. Should gays be allowed to marry?
Sure.
The state says we believe in this?
Sure, they can do whatever they want, and they can call it whatever they want, just so they don't expect to impose their relationship on somebody else. They can't make me personally accept what they do, but they can, gay couples can do whatever they want. Matter of fact, I'd like to see all governments out of the marriage question. I don't think it's a state function. I think it's a religious function. And there was a time when only churches dealt with, marriage, and they determined what it was. But 100 years or so ago, for health reasons, they claimed that the state would protect us if we knew more about our spouses and we did health testing, and you had to get a license to get married. And I don't agree with that.
Are you really saying that given the meltdown on Wall Street and some of the craziness that we saw at Citigroup and Merrill and other places, that there should be less regulation, not more in some cases?
Yeah, we should have more on the Federal Reserve so that we know that we're doing. They're exempt from regulation, as is Treasury. We give Treasury $350 billion and we don't even know where they spend it. That's the type of regulation you want.
Make major cuts in defense spending, several $100 billion in the coming years, that inevitably would cost South Carolina jobs. What do you say to people in this state who worry that your military plans would hurt the national security and cost South Carolina jobs?
I would say your question suggests you're very confused about my position. I want to cut money, overseas money. That's what I want to do. I want to cut military money. I don't want to cut defense money. I want to bring the troops home. I'd probably have more bases here at home. We were closing them down in the 1990s and building them overseas. That's how we got into trouble. So we would save a lot more money and have a stronger national defense, and that's what we should do. But to say that we would be weaker is absolutely wrong, because and another important thing you should consider is the fact that the military is behind me more than the others. I get twice as much money from the active military duties than all the other candidates put together. So they're saying that I'm on the right track. They're sick and tired of those wars. They're sick and tired of the nation building and the policing activity. But to say that we would have less money for defense, we actually have more money. What happens if my concerns are completely unfounded? Nothing. But what happens if my concerns are justified and ignored? Nothing good.